Boom, Tapu Lele GX. What's good, guys? It's WiseD24 here, back with another episode of Talking Mons. Today on Talking Mons, we're doing a Pokemon Go episode. It's going to be a walk through my Pokemon Go account and my Pokemon Go experiences. We're going to do like my total XP, start date, medals, top Mons, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So, my Pogo account. I am level 35. I started playing Pokemon Go on July 7th, 2016. It was not yet released in Canada. I seen an ad on Twitter for a new augmented reality Pokemon game, and I couldn't refuse it, so I went and got the APK right away, started playing. I had no idea what I was getting into. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, just like a little Pokemon game. This will be fun for a little bit. Little did I know it was about to take over my life for the entire summer and make my summer awesome. My love for the game just grew exponentially after that, along with the worldwide hype. I mean, anywhere you looked around when this game came out, there was people everywhere playing Pokemon Go. It was so cool to see. Like, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing someone with their head down, looking at their phone, playing Pokemon Go, walking in the traffic. I mean, it was all over the news. Every single day there was some new Pokemon Go news. It just took the world by storm. Since then, it's kind of died down a little bit. We got the hardcores left. You got the couple casual gamers. Every time they drop an event or like a new legendary or something, it kind of brings people back into it. But for the most part, it's just the hardcore players left. But let's get into my account, and I'll show you guys what I've achieved so far in just over a year. I've walked over 1,000 kilometers. I'm just shy of 15,000 Mons caught. I've hatched almost 600 eggs, and none of them have been a Tangela. Still never seen a Tangela. The last gen one I need, and I've amassed almost 7 million XP. It's not the highest level in the game. I do work 40 hours a week, so I can only grind about maybe 1 or 2 days a week. And then, just on the bus or going to work or whatever, going to get coffee, I'll flip open my phone and do what I can. I've never missed a day, though. I've played every single day since launch. So my XP comes in my consistency, not my ability to grind out mad XP. I have almost all the gold catch medals except for fighting, dark, and dragon. I only need like 8 more to get this dark medal. I guess I'll catch a couple more Murkrows, at night. Try to get that medal. All in all, I love the game though. It's probably the most hardcore I've ever played a game. Call of Duty Zombies is a close second. I used to be really hardcore in that, but not so much anymore. But anyways, there's not a game I play as daily or religiously as Pokemon Go. I think the coolest thing about it is using your body as the controller and experiencing new and familiar places in a kind of a different light with a different layer of reality over top. And I think that's what really makes this game cool. It's like an anti-game. Like, you can't stay in and play it all night. You actually have to go out and play it. Unless you're a spoofer, but that's a whole different episode. Just for the record, I have never spoofed. Everything on this count is legit. I have used a tracker a couple of times to go snipe a couple rare mons. But other than that, I've just played legit and had natural encounters, and that's how I've got pretty much all of my Pokemon. My girlfriend and I are planning a mission to Toronto just to play Pokemon, which is kind of cool. I mean, you can just plan a trip somewhere to play Pokemon. You don't even need to spend a lot of money. We're just going to go down to Toronto and kind of bar hop and catch all the rare Pokemon we can find, which is a lot cheaper than going to a hockey game or a basketball game or, any of that kind of stuff. So I think it's a great alternative to spending a lot of money. Just go somewhere and play Pokemon. Let's have a look through my top Mons. I named them all. Usually I'll have a couple beers and start naming my Pokemon. That's why some of them have funny names. I got Hundo here is my 100% IV Dragonite. My pride and joy. I hatched him. I did not track him down. I just got really lucky and got 100% Dratini out of an egg. And then I walked it for almost 200 kilometers to get him up to a Dragonite. Powered him up. He's not powered up all the way, but 3,300 is not a bad CP at all. I got my Rupert the Tyranitar here. He's about 96%. I got him from a raid. Though I was pretty stoked to get a Tyranitar that good out of a raid. He's got Bite and Crunch. I got this Muck here, which used to be my pride and joy. I mean, no one in town had a good Muck like I did because Grimer was so rare. I caught this one wild, like very early in the game. and I used to put them in gyms just to kind of like show them off. Be like, yeah, check out my sweet muck. No one else had a sweet muck around here until they turned him into a raid boss, and now everyone's got a good muck. So he's not as cool anymore, but still one of my oldest favorite Mons. I still have my very first Pokemon I ever caught. It was a Charmander. Of course, I chose Charmander. That was my very first Pokemon ever, way back in the day when I started playing Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Always picked Charmander. It's the hardest starter, but the coolest starter, and you ended up with a Charizard. I got these two guys, Roadblock and Flats, Snorlax, and Dragonite. The reason they're called Roadblock and Flats is me and my girlfriend were out catching Pokemon, and that morning we caught a Dragonite, turned a corner, popped our tire, and while I was fixing the tire, there was a Snorlax right there. So I guess that's why our tire popped, because it just really wanted us to get that Snorlax. Me and my girlfriend's joke was, oh, we hit a wild Snorlax and blew the tire. So that's why his name's Roadblock, and the Dragonite is Flats, just to kind of remember the time. This Dragonair, I wanted to ask you guys about this. So this Dragonair is maxed out. I caught him wild. Has terrible IVs, but I could get a really powerful Dragonite out of it if I evolved it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do. Should I evolve it, or should I just keep it as a Dragonair? I'm not going to transfer it just because I think it's worth more than one candy to keep. I could even just put a Dragonair in gyms with a 1200 CP. I mean, that's pretty cool. You don't see that too often. But definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think. If I should evolve them, if I should keep them just to drop in gyms and kind of be weird about it. Yeah, so max CP, low IVs. What do I do with this Dragonair? Anyways, let's get into my legendary squad. I've done quite a few raids. My best legendary is this Zapdos. He's got a 90 something IV, which is awesome because it is my favorite legendary of all time. Zapdos is the coolest. Zapdos then Mewtwo. I'm not sure which one's actually my favorite, but I do love Zapdos, so I'm pretty glad that he's my best legendary. I have a 100% catch rate. I'm 3 for 3 on Zapdos. I'm 2 for 2 on Raikou, so the electric legendaries like me, even though I'm Team Valor. The rest of them I had not too hard of a time, except for Lugia. It took me 3 times before I got my first one, and it was right at the end when I finally got it. So thank God I got that Pokedex entry. Not the greatest IVs, but in the Pokedex, which is what matters the most. Raids in general, I wanted to talk a little bit about. I think it's a really awesome feature. I've met up with a lot of hardcore Pokemon Go players, and I think that's pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of like the beginning days of Pokemon when we had the mobs. We don't have the random mobs so much anymore, but you pop a legendary or Tyranitar and you will find everyone in your town that's hardcore hanging out there. It's pretty cool to just go meet up with like 20 people. We're all standing in a random parking lot. Everyone that doesn't know what's going on is just giving us weird looks. I think it's funny. Raids are a little car heavy. I mean, you got to drive all over the town to do raids and find out where people are. So I mean, it's not so much for the kids. It seems like it's more for the adults who got cars and gas money. The legendary birds did tire me out a little bit. I am finding the raids to be a little bit tiring. If you're trying to get a perfect IV, I mean, you got to be out there all the time doing a million raids, which does get a little tiring after a while. So I kind of just got my Pokedex entries for the Raikou, and I'm just laying back a little bit, trying not to burn myself out on raids too much, and waiting for that Mewtwo invite that I'll hopefully get one day. Right now, all the raids are only at Mewtwo raids are at sponsored sprint gyms in America. I don't think there's any in Canada yet. I don't think there has been any, but we're still patiently waiting here. So Niantic, hook us up. We want Mewtwo's too. Not only in America, Canada likes to play. But that's about it for now. In a future episode, I'm going to get into upcoming news and my thoughts on what I think PvP should be and just different things like that. Hopefully there'll be a bunch of new stuff to talk about by then, like Gen 3 maybe, or just something more going on, some events. But like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, guys, take it easy.